The Coreweave saga continues, you guys. This company just keeps on going higher and higher and higher. It went up 100% in 1 month. And then I thought this is the highest it's probably gonna get because it went up 100% in a single month. No, it then goes to 200% in a month, you guys. Now it's at 216%. There's no stopping this particular company. Now, before I go further into Coreweave, I do have to explain to you what Coreweave actually does. They literally buy NVIDIA chips, the latest NVIDIA chips, and then rents it out to customers in their data system, right? Now you might be wondering, Andy, isn't it pretty hard to buy NVIDIA, like the latest chips? Isn't there so much demand that how are they buying it? Well, you're correct. It is very difficult to buy NVIDIA chips. Well, there's one advantage that CoreWeave has, which is that NVIDIA is actually an investor into CoreWeave. So not only are they their supplier, they are also an investor into the company. And it's a significant amount of money into CoreWeave. What NVIDIA does is any customer that is buying these NVIDIA chips, they actually push CoreWeave as the preferred data center. Why? Because they're actually an investor into the company. This is one of the reasons why you keep seeing the demand of CoreWeave just skyrocket. 400% revenue growth year over year is because all of these customers are being funneled into CoreWeave. Now, as long as the economic situation is good, as long as the data centers is growing, this is an amazing opportunity. But there are two things that can stop the CoreWeave saga, right? The first thing is a recession. If there's a recession, people will cut back their spending on AI. And as a result, they won't be able to spend as much money on Coreweave. That's a big issue. Now, the second issue is actually inflation. Because one of the issues that Coreweave has, the bad part of the company, is that in order to build out these amazing data centers, it costs a lot of money, money that they do not have. So because of that, they have to borrow a lot of money from the banks and financial institutions to build out these data centers. When the rates go higher, their expenses exponentially go higher along with it because they have to keep on borrowing so much money in order to go ahead and pay these data centers and employees because the company is still not profitable yet, but the company is making a lot in revenue. The revenue growth is amazing. Initially, I thought about buying Coreweave around $100, $110, but now that it's around 160 in like a week, I can't honestly buy into a company that's gone up this high because the risk has definitely curved not in my favor. I was okay buying the company around 100, but now that it's gone to 160, the risk goes higher and higher and higher because a company that goes up that high can also come down that fast as well. It can come down significantly higher if we happen to have higher inflation or we happen to have a slowdown in AI spending. Now, in other news, I want to talk a little bit about the spending bill right now because although that's political news, it's actually starting to impact the stock market because if we can't get a budget deficit in order, if we just keep on spending way too much money and we're just borrowing too much and we just can't pay back the debt, then we're in an issue. Then we got a huge issue because that means that our interest expense income is going to go a lot higher. With this being said, the only possible solution I actually see for this, you guys, is higher inflation, right? Higher inflation to the fact that we have to get out of budget deficit by just spending more by essentially lowering taxes and hopefully that we grow out of this deficit. Now when that happens, higher inflation is going to be a byproduct of this, right, where it'll impact every single person that is investing. Because of this is a negative headwind that I am expecting to see, and as a result I'll be putting my money into certain companies that will do okay during an inflation, a high inflationary period where they have pricing power and able to give that pricing power to the customer. As a result, companies like my Costco, I am kind of loading up a little bit on Costco, a bit more bullish onto companies like Costco. Now, in other terms, I have ended up selling out of Chipotle stock, unfortunately. I'm a little bit sad about this sell because I did sell at a loss. All right, this happened to be one of the stock picks that didn't go my way, but I still am really big a fan of Chipotle. I love the value proposition the company gives. Whenever I go there, it's an amazing experience. I feel like I'm getting amazing food at a good price. It's like $11 a burrito, but the meta that we're investing in right now, the type of environment we're investing in, to say that we're investing in a burrito company is just not sexy, you guys. Like when everybody is talking about AI, when everybody's talking about data centers, data technology, and I'm here talking about freaking burritos, I get it. Right? I see why the company is not going up high as Coreweave, high as Palantir, because it's just not sexy enough. So as a result of that, I did sell out of my Chipotle gains for the time being, and I'll be putting that money into an AI product because the way I see AI, you guys, we're just starting with AI. I believe AI is extremely underhyped. I don't think it's overhyped at all, and I just think the potential that we can have with AI is almost limitless. There's so many things, amazing things I'm seeing happen with AI, and I'm really excited for the future, you guys. We have to get on this AI train, or else we're gonna get left behind. Now, for future news, I am putting more money into my Google stock, you guys. I'm adding more into Google, and the reason why for this is because I believe there's no other winner besides Gemini and Copilot. The reason why is because yes, there might be ChatGPT, yes, there might be Perplexity, yes, there might be XAI, right? But these companies don't have the trusted reputation and trusted brand that Google has and Microsoft has. I see a lot more companies utilizing Gemini and Copilot as their primary AI tools rather than companies like ChatGPT. In certain companies that I know of, ChatGPT is even banned, you guys, because it is not a trusted tool that we utilize for employees. Because of this, I am extremely bullish into Gemini. I see Gemini getting into all sorts of facets. I've already signed up for the Gemini Pro suite so that I am paying that $20 to get an additional usage of Gemini. And I gotta tell you, the tools that's out there, it makes stock researching so much easier. It makes my life just so much easier. There's certain mundane tasks that I do every single day, but now that I have Gemini, I'm able to just go ahead and be a lot more efficient and just automate a couple things. And with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.